Hey everyone, it's Rose, and Cher's running around back here somewhere. Today, I'm gonna recreate Amy's makeup, but I'm gonna actually try.
What?
I went out and I actually bought the same lipstick that she used in her video. She did actually say what it was, so I went out and bought it. It was too expensive and it's definitely not my color. This is way too bright for me, but we're gonna go with it. I also bought a lip liner to go with it. It definitely doesn't match, but I'm actually gonna use this again possibly. And I know I won't use this again, so I figured at least one of the things should be like a color I actually might wear someday. Let me show you my inspiration photo. Just kidding. This is the actual inspiration photo. I'm sorry, but I had to. So I'm gonna start, I don't believe she had foundation on or anything in the video where she had all that makeup on. I think she just did her eyebrows, her eyeshadow, and the lipstick. But I'm gonna like do a full face of makeup because again, in the title, I say I'm actually trying. Okay, so I'm starting with my moisturizer. It's a mattifying moisturizer that I use because my face be oily at times. And slathering that on my face. All right, I'm gonna let that sink into my face. While I'm letting that sink in, I watched Amberlynn's video from today, the second mukbang in a row. I won't be reacting to it. There's only so many mukbangs that I can sit through of hers, and I can't stand the eating sound, so I'm not gonna do it. Amy put out another video. Let me know if you want me to react to that or not. I haven't watched it, but let me know. Next, I'm gonna be using my e.l.f. primer. This is like a tone correcting primer to correct all the redness in my skin because I got a lot of it. I'm also having a pretty gnarly breakout down here, which makes me really mad. Next, we're gonna do foundation. I'm gonna use this Too Faced Born This Way foundation. This is what Charlie used on Manal's skin for her wedding, and I really liked the way it looked on Manal, so I thought I would give it a shot. I don't know how I feel about it for my skin. It's not, I feel like it wears off on my skin relatively quickly, but here we go. I also asked them to color match me at Ulta, and I feel like this is not my color, but whatever. Although I feel like, am I making it up that sometimes once your foundation sits on your face for a little bit, the color's a little different? And because after I do my makeup, I feel like once it's kind of set, it looks a little bit better on my skin. I also don't know if it's this foundation or the sponge, but I like need at least 2 pumps to cover my face with this stuff. And that's never been the case with any other foundation. I've usually been able to get away with like a pump and then maybe a little bit more. Next is concealer. I use the Wet n Wild Photo Focus concealer in shade Fair Neutral because I'm super pale. While I'm putting this on, let's talk about how stressful my work day was today because I'm sure you're all interested. This is why, if you guys watched my live stream and stuff, You guys know that I had yesterday off of work because I was trying to recover from a sickness, which I think for the most part I have recovered from. You can still kind of hear it in my voice, and every once in a while I'll go into a coughing fit, but for the most part I think I'm back to normal. And I went in and I was so unbelievably behind, and the girl that was supposed to come in and help me today ended up not being able to come in, so I had like 27 patients to see. And I'm at a hospital for extremely low level people. A lot of people that are on vents, meaning they're not breathing on their own, and the machine is breathing for them. And we have a lot of families that expect me to go in there. And keep in mind, I'm the only PT in this building. I'm the only PT for the entire hospital. And these families want me to go in and see patients for like hour-long treatment sessions, and magically make people stand up and walk. And that's just unrealistic. And how do you tell people that? Like, oh, hey, so this probably isn't gonna happen. Now, we do see people for a half an hour, which for a hospital is a pretty long time. But by no means can I afford to give people hour-long treatment sessions. But it's hard to go in there and already be behind before your day's even started, and then have like families on your butt the whole time. Especially after being off for 3 days. Like, it was a whole thing today. Real fun. All right, next for powder. Thanks for letting me rant. Rant over. Next, I'm using the Coty Airspun translucent powder. Loose powder, did I say loose? Whatever. All right, patting that on the face. The one benefit to being extremely busy today was that I worked over 8 hours, which means my day that I took off on Monday, I won't have to use like a whole day of paid time off to cover it. So that's a nice benefit. Let's put a positive spin on that. Next is contour. This is Elizabeth Mott What Up Beaches matte bronzer. This is literally the same stuff that I used in my Get Ready With Me video. Cause I use this stuff literally anytime I'm putting makeup on. I'm not too adventurous. I will leave that video linked in the description if you haven't seen it yet. Another thing I wanted to talk about was that my new intro, and how do you guys remember when Amber Lynn was willing to pay somebody $30 for an intro for her Vlogmas? Let's talk about how much more money that intro cost me than $30. Extremely unfair price for her to try to offer somebody to do a whole intro for her. Next is blush. This is a Tarte blush in Quirky. And last but not least on my face is gonna be highlight. This is an Urban Decay 24-hour highlight that I've literally had for forever. It was a sample in an Ipsy bag way back in the day when I used to get Ipsy. But like I said in my Get Ready With Me video, it's the only highlighter I found that doesn't like really bring out the texture in my skin. So as I showed you guys in my Get Ready With Me video that I'll keep referencing, I only use a brow gel on my brows because I usually do, because my eyebrows are already dark. This is my natural brow. But because Amy went to the trouble of filling in her eyebrows, I figured I would go buy an actual pencil and fill them in. I don't use powder on my eyebrows because that terrifies me, because I would be fearful that I would end up like Amy did, too dark, very bold, you know. In her video, the lighting quality isn't the best, but it looks to me like she used a black, which if I was gonna be recommending to anybody doing their eyebrows, I would try to find a powder or a pencil or whatever it is as close to your eyebrow color as you can get. You don't want them to be too dark because then it's like boom in your face. Now, my eyebrows are naturally extremely dark in comparison to my hair. This isn't my natural hair color down towards the bottom, but like up here is, and I feel like my eyebrows are darker than that. But anyway, so this is a Wet n Wild micro brow pencil in a dark brown color, I believe. Has a little spoolie brush, so I'm gonna brush my brows where I want them to go. Ooh, this is tiny. Okay, so it's just like a little tiny, can you guys see that? Beauty Guru, it's just like a little tiny thing. And I'm gonna fill them in. And as I'm sure you all heard before, your eyebrows should be sisters, not twins. I mostly, back in the day when I used the pencil on my eyebrows, I usually only focused on like this part of my eyebrow and the outside, because like right in here is where my eyebrows are the thickest. So I just kind of filled them in to bring it all together. And then I would always go back in with the spoolie brush again to kind of like blend it through. And also back in the day when I used to use a brow pencil, I would use a clear brow gel to go through to keep my brows in place. But I don't have that anymore because I don't normally use a brow pencil anymore. I prefer my brow gel, but that's as good as it's gonna get for me right now. I'm not one of those girls that like chisels out their eyebrows. I just let them be. Next, we'll go to the eyeshadow. First, I'm gonna use some eyeshadow primer. Now, what I could get from her video and from how she talked about how she did her makeup, I think that she used all one shade of eyeshadow. I think she used a brown eyeshadow all over her lid and then used that same shade of brown to try to turn it into like an eyeliner and do a winged eyeliner look. Now, while I have used eyeshadow as eyeliner before, she was trying to make it a cat eye. So if that's the goal and that's what we're going for, I bought a dark brown felt tip eyeliner pencil, but we won't go there first. Also, when I recreated Amber Lynn's looks, I did a cat eye. I'm gonna let you guys know now, I am no cat eye winged eyeliner person, so I'm gonna do my best. Now, someone was asking me about like an eyeshadow look I wore when I wore my hair up in the bun for that video, not the live stream, but the video I believe before that. Someone was asking me about my eyeshadow look in that video. And what I wore in that video was this eyeshadow palette. It's a Makeup Revolution eyeshadow palette, the Ultra eyeshadows, 32 Ultra Professional eyeshadows in the color, it's a Flawless Matte 2 eyeshadow. I got this at TJ Maxx, I wanna say, but they sell Makeup Revolution at Ulta. It has a lot of browns in it. Hers were very dark. Now, I like to stick to cool shades, as I mentioned in my Get Ready With Me video, because I feel like my skin tone is pretty cool, a pretty cool skin tone, so I try to stay to cool tones when I do my eyeshadows, which is why this is not gonna look good on me. But anyway, we will start with, I'm gonna use, because her brown was like a dark brown. Again, not something I typically do, like all over a lid. So what I'm gonna start with is this brown color right here, and I'm gonna put that in my crease. So more so than a recreation, this is an inspired by look, if you will. Crease color, good enough. Okay, then we will move to a shade that I've never used on my eyes before. We'll use this dark brown right here, and I'll put that in like the outer V, make it a little smoky looking, if you will. Oh my God, that's so dark. All right, now I'm just gonna take a fluffier eye brush and I'm gonna blend the crap out of this. Okay. For a dark eyeshadow look, that's as good as I'm gonna get it. This is like the kind of makeup that makes me uncomfortable. Like, I don't know that uncomfortable is the right word. Hyper aware. Like, I feel like this is very much like going out clubbing like eyeshadow, or like a very serious event because it's so dark. Like, I don't know. I just don't typically go this dark with my eyeshadows. Now I'm gonna do some highlighting. This little tiny pencil brush, and I'm gonna stick it in this white color down here, and that's gonna go on the brow bone. And in the eyelid. In the eyelid, oh my God. In the corner, tear duct. That's the word I'm looking for. And then for just all over my eyelid, I'm just gonna go with I'm just gonna put this next latest color, like that's up here. It's like a peachy browny color. It's not, I don't know that it's peachy. It's like a light brown. I wanna stick it on my eyelid just to have something there. Cause I'm not gonna, oh, she did say she had glitter on her face, shoot. All right, I'm gonna have to highlight some extra. She talked about how she put glitter on her face. So we'll just go real hard on the highlighter. I'm gonna go back in. We'll go back into it with this. And then we'll even go up on the forehead where you can see all of my lines. Love it. Okay, that's as glittery as I'm willing to get. Next, we will do the eyeliner. I'm gonna do this off camera because it's gonna stress me out. So I will spare you having to watch that, and then I'll come back on when it's on. I'm just gonna do a winged eyeliner. I don't have any tips or tricks for this, so we're just gonna cross our fingers and pray that it turns out okay. Okay, God, these look horrible. All right, F it. I suck. That's as good as it's gonna get, guys. They don't match. They're not even cute. They're not even. They're like chunky and gross. But yeah, I mean, you guys get the idea. If I was good at makeup, they would look so much better than they do. But whatever. Okay, I'm getting the point across, right? Like, you understand it's supposed to be a cat eye and it's supposed to be dark brown. Okay, next I'm gonna put this white eyeliner in my waterline. I like to do it because it makes my eyes look more open. Voila. All right, and then I'm just gonna curl my lashes and put mascara on. That is the eye makeup complete. Again, I apologize for my shoddy eyeliner look. I'm also gonna blame the eyeliner a little bit because it's not a very fine pointed tip, and I do better when I have like a tiny tip point thing to work with. Now, on to the lips. If you watch the Get Ready With Me video, you know that I do not wear lipstick ever. I think I've only put a lip liner on one time in my life. This will be number 2. So again, don't come for me because I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm trying. Like it says in the title, I am trying. This is a NYX lip liner, the suede matte lip liner in the color Whipped Caviar. Fancy. Okay, this is kind of like a My Lips but better kind of color, if you can see that. I'm gonna color in my lips with this as well. I should have put chapstick on before this. My lips are so dry. I actually like this color. Again, it's basically like my lip color. Okay. Now here it comes. I don't know that this color is gonna cross. This is hot pink. This is a CoverGirl Melting Pout Vinyl Vow in the color Vibrant Thing. And boy, is it vibrant. They had like, under this display, they had like matte suede ones or like matte liquid lips or something. I'm like, I so would have preferred that. But this is what Amy got, so that's what I got. I'm gonna try to put this on as best I can. Oh my God. It's a bloodbath. No, it's a bloodbath. I ruined it. I can't. Okay. Whew. All right. There it is. The lip liner helped it a lot in that it's not like bright AF now. So thank the Lord for that. I still feel extremely uncomfortable. Like I would not leave the house with this on my lips. It would immediately come off because I'm just not confident in wearing lipstick. And it really doesn't go with this eyeshadow look, in my opinion. There is the Amy inspired / recreating Amy's life journey makeup look for you all. I don't remember the girl's name who suggested this. I want to say it was Amanda or Amber. It was something like that. Thank you for suggesting this. I'm sorry I don't specifically remember your name, but she was in a live stream and said I should do this, and I thought it was a good idea. So now let's give you some glamour beauty guru shots, which I don't know anything about that. I don't know what I'm doing, but let's do it anyway. So here we go. Thank you for watching this. Another dumb video from Rose, but it was actually pretty fun. And after a long day at work, it was fun to just kind of play with makeup. I don't really spend a lot of time playing with makeup now that I've kind of figured out my routine. So it was kind of fun, nice to always try to practice my winged cat eye looks, which never go well, obviously. And the lipstick was a thing that happened today that will probably never happen again, but you know, at least I know now this is definitely not my color. Don't ever buy a color like this again. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you're interested in hearing more from me, please subscribe and hit the notification bell so you get notified when I upload. I always leave my Twitter and Instagram link down below so you can follow me over there if you'd like. Thank you again for watching, and I will see you in the next one.